Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Voices of Degenerates. You guys already know who I am, but of course, if this is your first episode, I am Cito. Today, we are joined with Ghosted, aka Andy. We got Shanzi in the chat, Pokey Shanzi. We got Lil Baby, her name is Forehead today, but her Cam. And then we got Pokey Chase joining us again today. Today's episode is going to be another anime episode. So, if you guys enjoyed the last one, we're going to be discussing some more things today about animes that we might be watching, interested in watching, have watched, and, you know, maybe there might be some debates coming up about whose anime is better, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. Now, what I do want to start with is a quick question for the panel, and that is just, what anime are you watching now? I know me, I watch so many at one time. So I'm sure that the feeling is mutual between you guys because I can't just watch one anime at a time. So I'm watching My Hero. I'm watching One Piece. I was watching Kaiju and, you know, JJK, Jujutsu, which Lil Baby Cam is watching. JJK.
Stop it.
Juju.
Block.
So, yeah, Cam has decided that Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be now known as Juju for her.
Juju.
Juju. So she's making a kawaii for herself. We appreciate you watching it though, so I'm cool with it. I'm fine.
Valid.
Right, as long as you're watching, that's all I care about. You can call it, well, don't call it anything you like. Just call it something that's close enough to it, like Juju, and I'm cool.
It's close, right? It's just
It's close enough.
Most of it. It's
Juju. I can't even say it now.
There's too many syllables. Just say Juju.
It's just like, why make it harder for yourself?
Yeah.
Juju's fine.
JJK.
Jujutsu
JJK.
Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, or JJK for short.
That's still one too many syllables. Just say Juju.
JJK.
Andy's been rolling his eyes like, huh, I can't.
I started a little bit of it, you know, but yeah, just like you said, I'm about 2/3 into about 7 animes, so I'm actually want to start Kaiju 8 because my wife, she's not big into anime, but we were finishing Demon Slayer the other week,
Nice.
and she saw me jumping up and doing backflips off the couch at the end of that one, so
Me
she was
too.
like, so is this every Sunday? Because this is entertaining for me. I'm like, the anime or me? She goes, yeah, you. A little bit of both, but more 80% you. This is funny. I was like, yeah, I'm like half of her Snapchat story, just laughing, you know. So I'm sitting there like this in front of the TV, like, no.
Love it. And the thing is, like, and that's the reality though. Like when it comes to certain animes, like you just get so wrapped up in it that you can't even control how you react. Like when I was watching the Demon Slayer Hashiro training arc, like I was sitting in there when Muzan. Oh, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. Sorry guys. When
He's all
Muzan
over
was in there.
he's all over the trailer, so you're not
You haven't
spoiling
watched it by
anything.
now.
Yeah, right. If you haven't watched it by now, you know, get ahead of yourself. Look at Chauncey.
All the dubbed episodes ain't out yet, bruh.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, you might want to mute.
Yeah,
Well, but
Chauncey.
all right, so to give you some defense, Muzan is in the trailer, so people already know they're going to see an appearance of Muzan in this series. You
Yeah,
didn't
well,
say
all
when.
I will say is that when Muzan is, you know, about to, you know, really start some, you know, and then they show up, bro, I was like,
Got chills.
woo, let's go.
Bro, boy, Zenitsu, I'm just going to say, like, yeah, wait, you haven't seen him lock in like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro,
like,
Zenitsu
boom, done.
surprised the hell out of me. When I saw him put his blade and then his eyes open, I was like, whoa.
that's
like,
the
that
key
was
he
that-
was trying to get to. Like,
that was
boom,
the
he got
killer.
it right there.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I was like, yeah, because he's my favorite character in Demon Slayer. Like, I've been Zenitsu fan since the jump. Like, ever since I met him, I don't care if he's that character that everybody calls the comic relief. Like, he's just screaming and, like, crying. He is my favorite character in Demon Slayer. And
Well,
I saw
he
that
has to
part,
be.
and I was like, yes!
I mean,
My boy's about
Tanjiro
to
had
hook
to
shit
even
up.
take on one of his roles to take on one of the head demons in season 2. He had to take on his speed to take one of the two on. So I mean, it's pretty interesting to watch. Tanjiro, I'm just Team Tanjiro right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even though every fight he gets in, he just gets obliterated, pretty much, and gets saved.
Yeah. Yep. Sean Z, you're good. we gave him the chance to take it off so that way he would not have the spoilers in his ear. So
I need to get my
Use
sound
some time
effects
to
board set up
appreciate
for
the
this.
manga, Zoro.
the manga Zoro from One Piece. Love that. Okay, so
You guys get the PSA promo.
the P
What?
what PSA promo?
Oh, I got that's the Luffy. That's in the other room. No, this is the Zoro from OPO6, the manga.
Yeah. I actually on Poke Chase's stream, was it last night? I pulled the Master Ball Pikachu.
Yeah, I packaged your package up today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Master
I
Ball
took a
Pikachu.
few notes from our buddy sitting over here in the middle, in the top
Oh,
middle. Away.
Shanzi, what did you do?
So
Oh God.
I
All right,
spent
well,
the
You did a Shanzi Volt special?
well, it's fairly, I went easy on you, but I spent the betterment of about an hour putting this little funzie
oh,
together
Jesus
for you.
Christ! I'm
A little
gonna
bit
be
of
crying.
this.
A little bit of that, a little bit of poly bags. You got a nice layer of things.
He's
Remind
making
me
me
of
work for it.
Glamora, like the Glamora Goblet came through and stamped on me. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. So you
Charles
gotta
in the
make
chat
my
says
rules.
Team Nezuko. Team
Team
Nezuko.
Nezuko.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Nezuko is I mean, she's gonna. I honestly want to see like how they incorporate her into this season because obviously they don't want her to get into his hands, but she could be vital in the fight.
So after I watched that last episode, I had to read the manga, and just because I couldn't wait, I needed to know what happened. That's dude, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. No spoilers for
I'm trying.
anybody who hasn't read it. But speaking of mangas, I know we've completely sidetracked from the original question here, but we just once we start going, we just start going. Andy actually just got a couple of mangas from Barnes and Nobles, and I am very jelly because it's 20th anniversary for Bleach and 25th anniversary for Naruto. The Naruto one I know you didn't get from Barnes and Nobles, but the cover art on these things are so dope. So dope.
This is Bleach. Freaking
Ah.
20th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Naruto.
Nerd.
Whatever. This is a goated anime, okay? This is a must-have for Naruto. lovers.
Goated. Absolutely.
I don't own a single manga.
Shanzi, sounds like you about to start.
Well, I have
My
never read a
daughter-
manga until One Piece.
Every time I go to Target, my daughter's made it a fact to go to. How every Target has a nerd corner now, right?
Oh.
They have the weeb corner, so
Yep.
she beelines it right, boom bang right to it, and every time she's just like about 3 of them to complete. She's completing different manga sets right now, but she'll grab the ones she needs to read from each one of them, and I mean by the time they're like $9.
Yeah,
And,
they're not
a
crazy
series, they're
expensive.
really not. And if you
No.
wait a little bit, they come down at Target at like $5-6. So it's like, okay, yeah, I
Depending
get 4 or 5 of them.
depending on the manga, yeah.
Right.
Because just like anything, if it's high demand and low supply, then they'll be a little bit higher or stay.
You
at
should
the
have
price.
seen. You should have seen the official Bandai store in Dallas, the Mitsudura Market or whatever. They had a whole store, and it was just walls of mangas, like every single set you could ever want. They had it all. It was insane.
That sounds like
I was like,
an amazing experience.
I know this would be a dangerous room for a lot of people.
Absolutely. So one thing that I will say is with Bandai, like I feel like they have the potential to do so much more with a lot of their intellectual properties that I feel like they haven't captured that yet. Like for example, like when they did Union Arena, the TCG, they haven't even begun doing anything in English yet because the Japanese hasn't taken off as much as they have wanted. And they are using so many great animes for that TCG, and I'm just like, oh, Bandai.
Talking about all the Union Arenas coming in English.
What do you mean?
You didn't know that?
You didn't know Union
No.
Arena was recently in
Surprise.
English, bruh. Like next year, we're
Since
gonna have it
when?
in English.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh
Have
yeah,
English
dude. You know all these
next year.
SIGs on-card autos that are happening in
Yeah.
Japanese, bro. We're getting all that.
Oh my god.
That's
Union
why people
Arena's
are like
about to
going,
blow up
dude.
next year. It's gonna be
Because
the
right now
ultimate
Japanese
squeeze.
Union Arena is insane with these serialized cards. Like Ty has the one from was it Black Clover? What was the on-card auto that he has? It's like dude, it's like
I
$4,000 raw.
Dude, I didn't even know
Because
that
it's
they
1 in
had them coming
25
out
in
in
the
English.
world. Because they have a character and they'll have an on-card. It'll be the SIG,
Yeah.
and then it'll have be an on-card auto as well. And it's like 1 of 25. And Ty
Yeah,
pulled one out of a
That's
loose
the
box.
move. That's the move. It's
Bro.
the,
Oh, dude, it's
1
insane.
Oh.
Yes, and that's one thing that I will say. So obviously, Pokemon was one thing that we all have in common here. That I feel like Pokemon really dropped the ball on. Like I get it, their TCG revolves around playing, but they could seriously build up their collector market by having serialized cards. Or my thing that I've been preaching forever is if they had shiny variants that were exclusive. In other words, like let's say a typical set, you have a chase card, but there's also 1 in 1,000 could be a shiny variant of that chase card. It's like, why wouldn't they?
Well, look at Magic. Magic's playable, and they did serial cards. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's like a Pokemon thing. They're just not trying to get on that hype.
Yeah, I mean, Lord of the Rings one of one was just nuts. That release
Yeah,
was.
but after you get the
bonkers.
101, the set's dead. That's all people.
No, a lot of the other ring cards still went for thousands. A couple
I was gonna
thousand.
say, yeah, even though
Because
it
they're
wasn't
still
the one of
serialized.
one.
They still had 1 of 300 and 1 of 3,000.
Okay, so they still serialize
Yeah.
cards. So I mean.
Oh yeah, they had a bunch of other serials. So the set didn't totally crash, but a lot of people that got into it before the ring versus after lost some money if they stocked up on it.
I mean, Pokemon comes out with the collector set every 5 years, but that's about it.
Yeah. I feel like they could be doing so much more per set with the like shiny variants or serialized and dropping it, but
Or bring
that's
back like
neither
the
here nor there.
Topps cards. The Topps cards are pretty cool.
Yeah, Topps
It's
cards are cool.
the from Black Clover is Ty's card.
He's got the
If you can see it on here.
Dude, that's a sick
Backwards.
card. It's
It's
black and
on
white.
card. It's on card autographed. If he would have got
that
dual
is
10,
nuts.
it would have been nasty.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that thing would have been.
And he has number 8.
Ooh,
Number
that's
8
No
of
way.
25.
a low number.
I've got number 8 of Con.
There's a guy that has number 1. He has like the 2 ones of one of the I think the Attack on Titan.
Is that an English signature? Nice.
No idea what that is.
It's number 8 out of 210.
I wish my Fragrant card was serialized. That'd be sick.
It's funny. So when he
Right,
got
that's
this
what I'm
graded,
saying.
the guy he graded it with at on site at a Beckett on site grading, had another one, had the exact same one, but it was like number 22 or something.
Wow.
Crazy.
It's crazy to think that there's such limited availability of them, and then you have to try and like,
25 in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
like
Yeah,
it's nutty.
That's insane.
That's sick.
absolutely-
give
and
the
that
main
would be
character,
so
too.
much fun to chase.
Like
Yeah,
the
you know,
AOT,
it's-
we were trying to hit the AOT one, and it's an action point, so it's the action point of the set. So you only get 2 action points per case. So one of them has a chance at the auto.
Being the serialized signature.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
And
not.
that wasn't even a sealed case. It was at he ordered 20 loose boxes.
Hey,
Opened a
some
box for
people's-
himself.
Some people's luck.
Oh.
It's just-
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Some people's luck is nuts.
Well,
And
that
to
happened
pull it
to
for
us with-
yourself and not even pull it on the stream for someone else, like he's doing
Right,
with every
'cause
other
Ty
God Rare or
rips.
manga. Oh yeah, dude, he's pulled God Rares, mangas, and they all go to other people, and he's like, this is like all the redemption in one card.
That's crazy.
It's all the good vibes you sent
Charles
out, you got back.
Charles said, "Are the Bandai cards going to be worth the same as, say, Weiss?" It's hard to say. I can tell you that the Japanese, obviously, there isn't as much demand as Weiss, but it could have potential because look at One Piece. When One Piece was first released in Japanese, it was really like everybody was waiting for it, and then when it came out in English, it exploded. Like it became like impossible to find anywhere for the English release. So with Union Arena, the animes that they have on there are awesome. They have, like I said, Bandai has crazy good intellectual properties with the animes that they have. It's just a matter of will the card game pick up enough to where just the collectors don't have to carry the value? Because if it's just collectors carrying the value, then chances are the TCG may not go the long way, the long haul. But it all depends on, you know, the gameplay and the collectability of the cards. Now that being said, though, would they do so? Let's say like the Japanese cards, right, have 1 to 25. Would they do 1 to 25 in English, or would they have to do like their own? Or in other words, like they wouldn't have the same. No, I guess they would have to, like the same number,
Wouldn't be the
like
same
1 to
autograph
25.
because- But you also would you have the English voice actor if it's an English card?
That too.
It makes
I think
So,
I think
I
us
don't
asking
know.
for on-card autos from Pokemon is like a
Yeah,
far
that's-
reach. Like maybe we should just stick to like, can we get some serialized 1 of 100s
Yeah.
or something?
No,
1 of
absolutely.
99s for now, you know, because that sounds more likely, or like even 1 of 1,000, because like that Moonbryon per se, like that thing would be 10 times worth more if it had printed less. You know, all these vintage cards and everything that are 10s, they're thousands of dollars because they weren't printed as heavy as what you have today.
But they're going to be someone that's like a play bit, like in a play game like Pokemon. They're still going to do all their promos that they have, tournament promos, the championship cards. Like those are basically their limited edition serialized because there's like looking at a championship card. There's only what 2 first 2 thirds, or is it 3? Because then there's different age groups you have for Pokemon. So like. You can buy like the amateurs or the professional level.
Yeah,
So it's like
I
those
don't,
are
I don't
just
keep.
tournament cards. Period. Same with One Piece. They're doing all that.
Yeah. I think I still have one of the original One Piece promo books with like the 5 cards in it. Somewhere in my room somewhere. Quick shout out to Julie in the chat. Hey Julie, how we doing? Julie. But yeah, no, I think that definitely not signatures for Pokemon, but serialized for sure. I feel like if they had like the gold secret rares serialized, that would have definitely been more value for them instead of having just gold secret rares. You know what I mean? But in any case, now that we went on our tangent about trading cards, let's get back
It's
to
gonna
the
happen.
Hey,
It's gonna
it's
happen.
to the
part of
animes.
world.
Anime.
Yeah, it is part of it.
Animes.
Part of it.
Yeah, animes. That's what I said. Animes.
So I mean, okay.
But yeah, Pokemon is technically an anime. Just so you
Yeah.
know.
I mean, gotta hang out with Sarah
speaking
Nachachini
of-
last weekend too.
I don't know who said. I think
Stop
we
it.
discussed this on the.
Yeah, we
on
went to
the-
dinner on
one of the other
Saturday.
episodes. Digimon. I found the original season, and I started watching it again. And I'm gonna have a moment here because
Okay.
I was watching it in the living room upstairs, and my daughter came over and she started watching it with me, and she was asking me questions like, "Oh, what is this, Daddy? What are that? Who's that?" And then I was literally looking at her, and I was like, "She's gonna be a weeb. you're gonna learn the
young.
ways." Yeah, because she just turned 5. So watching her watch like intently, like literally watching with interest to Digimon, I was like, oh, "Girl, we're going to conventions."
I started watching Digimon
It's like-
Ghost or whatever. It's like
It's like-
a newer season, but it's not as good.
No, honestly, and that's the thing. Like once in a certain storyline has progressed, sometimes the next part of it is good, but there's more often times where that next storyline will not benefit it. So, for example, like Digimon, the first season, phenomenal. Second season, so good, but that's because they had the same cast. Then I think it was the 3rd or the 4th season where they changed the cast, and then they made it like a new Digivice.
First
With
season was still good though, with Guilmon and Renamon.
yes, Guilmon. That's what I was gonna say. He wait, was it Guilmon or Vmon? No,
Vmon's from the second series.
Season 2.
Guilmon's season 3, yeah.
season 3. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Guilmon was the red and black time
The dinosaur
raptor.
looking one?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So those 3.
Yeah, that dude was.
Yeah, he was. What I love though is the way that they have like the Digivolutions. Am I saying that right? Digivolutions. Yeah. When they digivolve, like when they incorporate different things, like the crests, that was dope. When they incorporated the eggs, that was dope. Like those different ways that you can make different Digimon from a single Digimon, as opposed to a single line that Pokemon has. So obviously it worked for Pokemon because Pokemon is a great, series and it's been going on forever. But I feel like Digimon had so much potential, and then somewhere along the lines, it just dropped.
Crashed, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But
Pokemon
I mean,
tried the fusion as well
yeah. The
with
TCG
Necromy.
is picking up though. It's from what I hear, it's pretty popular.
Yeah, it
I
has a
just
little
noticed she
niche.
changed her nickname to Libby Forehead.
Yeah, she's a little baby
Just
forehead.
looked
There.
down and noticed. I was like, oh god. Forehead.
Oh, whoa, nose.
Oh no.
But yeah, that was just my little tangent about that. Hi Miriam, I see you in the chat. Oh, Dudley's in here too. What's up, Dudley? Sorry guys. As I'm like talking, I'm not like looking at the chat actively the entire time, but I try to scroll through while we're talking. But yeah, let's get back into animes. In terms of the first question was, what are we currently watching? So, Andy,
Oh.
I know that you were watching Jujutsu Kaisen with Cam. What else are you watching?
Rewatch JJK, rewatching Kaiju 8 because I like it so much. Wistoria, Wand and Sword. If you like Harry Potter, it's like an actiony Harry Potter, which is really good. Konosuba, My Hero, The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Yeah, that's another one.
Really enjoy that one, and I rewatch Free Rent all the time because that one's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it right now.
So, Wistoria, that one reminds me of. Have you seen Mashal?
No.
You
But I heard
haven't
the-
seen.
I heard the comparison to it though. It was that, and it's compared to Black Clover because the dude in a magic world he has no magic and he's like a swordsman. So it got kind of compared to that a little bit, but I don't think it's anything like it.
Dude, if you haven't watched Mashal, I highly, highly, highly recommend watching Mashal. It is a great story, and it's very similar, like Harry Potter vibes. Guy has no magic and the whole nine, but it's like One Punch Man meets Harry Potter, and it's hilarious. But at the same time, it's actually a really good story, so I would recommend it. I gotta watch with story. You said that's the one that has one episode, right?
Yeah, that's on one
Yeah.
episode right now.
Okay, yeah. So I gotta see that one. Shawnzy, what are you
Current
watching?
animes are just ones I'm probably caught up. Well, I mean, I just started JJK, so 4 episodes in, pretty good. Especially the scene right in episode 4 when he shows some real power. He like goes in that domain, which is crazy. Then of course, just what I'm current on and just watching new episodes every week. One Piece, My Hero. I think I'm a couple episodes behind on My Hero just because I'm on the dubbed. Attack on Titan I just finished a couple days ago.
Yeah, what did you think about that? Because I know that you were saying that you watched the first season in a week and then the rest of it in a week. So that was 3 other seasons in a week.
It gripped you finally, huh?
Well, I mean, I had a lot of time in my hands. I mean, 20 hours of driving, plenty of time to watch it.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not sure about this. I'm like, get past season 1. Get past season 1. And then next thing you know, I'm today years old, and I hear you've already finished it in a week.
Yeah.
Told you so. Told you
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's good. I would put it at, because I haven't seen a lot of animes, so in my current list of animes, which is probably like 20, I'd put it at like 6. I'd put
Okay.
AOT at like
Great
6.
story.
It's a fair grade.
Okay.
It's a good story and created quite a bit of like chess game pieces in the end, but definitely makes you mad a lot.
Yeah.
And it's very dark.
It breaks your heart. It really
Very
breaks
dark,
your
too.
heart.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah,
that's
there's
the
some
thing,
times.
like it gets so heavy so quickly. Like from season 1, after that, it just gets like just immediately like dropped on you, and you're just like, holy like this is like crazy. Like the amount of intricacies that go in there is just nuts, absolutely nuts. Cam,
I'm done.
oh, you're not done, Shanti. My bad.
I've set up 20 episodes into Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
So,
nice.
like 20, 25, I think, around there.
Brotherhood, right?
Brotherhood, yes.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah. Don't watch the other one.
No.
I think I seen the
Brotherhood's
other one
way
when
to
I was
go.
a kid.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Cam, what you got there?
that-
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, what you got there?
Oh. My
Me and Cedar
crunching
are
is
both
so
wondering.
loud. Parmesan cheese crippies.
crisp.
Crippies.
Now, Cam, I'm gonna follow this up with.
They have the cheddar brand, and then they have Parmesan with everything seasoning on it, like for the bagels. But
Oh,
I've never had everything seasoning, so I didn't want to buy those and then hate them.
Okay, so we're gonna ask the next question, and have you ever dipped them in mayo milk?
Ew.
What?
What? What?
What
She hasn't
kind of
gotten
milk?
she hasn't gotten her subscription to Mayo Milk yet. Okay, it's
Oh, mayo.
it's
Mayo milk, yes.
it's a little bit of a process. They vet who they want to send their product to, and Cam
Apparently it's only
apparently
I'm a
Cam didn't
vegetarian. I
pass the
don't eat
vetting.
dairy.
Can you tell us the nutrition facts on the said mayo milk brand, sir?
High in sodium. That's all I can say.
Got it.
All right, Shanzi. So that was yours. Cam, what are you currently watching anime wise?
Okay, the anime I am currently watching is called Juju. It's where this teenage kid eats fingers and he gains all these superpowers and he has to eat
So
20
she
of
knows.
them, and then the people in the academy, the Juju Academy, are going to kill him because when he eats the fingers, they're cursed fingers. So, to essentially erase the curse, he has to eat all 20 fingers and then die, so the curse dies.
Wow, Cam knows her stuff, huh? You gave her the
Now
synopsis,
all-
didn't you, Andy?
Huh?
You gave
Yeah,
her the
I did.
synopsis, didn't you?
When we did the podcast
Got it
with the
right now.
hints, now it all makes sense.
Ah, you get it
Someone
now,
said
right?
that, like, hey, when you talk about the intro without like spoiling anything, and the finger thing now makes sense.
Yeah, finger monster. Yeah.
Before that, you're just like, what?
I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
It's
the
a
finger.
finger.
Which is really gross. And
Oh, yeah.
how would anyone in the entire world think of something like, oh, this person has to eat
Who
fingers?
cares? I'm glad he did.
Quite disturbing.
It is.
Here's
And some of these
my-
animes are like, I have some worries about you with the type of animes you're recommending.
Like,
Wait,
like how,
you guys-
how
you
they
guys have
made
seen-
like Death Note into like a live action or whatever. I hope they never make this into a live action.
They definitely will. Just so you know.
It's going to. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's absolutely coming. There was a TikTok trend that I saw. Well, not a trend, but there was a TikTok video that I saw where it was like somebody saying, "Oh, I became powerful because I did this. I became powerful because I did this." So one of them was Deku eating hair. Another one was Yuji eating the finger. And then the ultimate person was just like, "Oh yeah, I ate my dad." If you know, you know. I'm not gonna put it out there because it ruins a little bit of the fucking story. But if you know, you know.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
was
that's a
dying.
big spoiler, like season 3.
Yeah, so I was just like, "Oh no," because it's like, dude, it's true. Like, yeah, you guys think you got it bad? Oh, hair. Oh my god. All right, Chase. What animes are you currently watching?
Animes.
Current animes that I am watching. Right now, we're going to be starting the Kaiju 8 tomorrow. Got that pulled up on Crunchyroll. But man, I was watching Demon Slayer. I went and rewatched Attack on Titan.
Looks
Been
just
doing
like-
some One Piece. Shanti would be happy with me. I'm at least at my One Piece episode a day lately, so I'm getting at least
Okay.
slowly caught up there. You know, at least if I'm packing orders, whatever. I've got One Piece or some kind of anime on in my third monitor, entertaining me.
Okay, all right. I dig it.
I'm
I
gonna
dig
need
it.
you to step it up to deadly level.
But Solo
Word, Deadly's going through it, dude. Deadly is
Deadly is
hosting.
me. Deadly is almost me.
bro, Deadly lives on Crunchyroll. I don't think he does anything but gets up, goes to work,
I haven't
probably
used-
watches Crunchyroll at work. Probably watches it in the shower too.
I mean, not the shower, but
blame
everybody
her.
else is entertaining. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching while I'm driving.
Yeah. I've been in the car on the way to Dallas to a Collecticon watching. What was it?
We watched My Hero.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
watched the whole season, first season of My Hero on the way to Dallas.
And the whole season 2 on the way back.
Uh-huh.
That is awesome. So I am watching, or well, actually, I just finished watching this really nice slice of life anime. If you guys are a fan of slice of life animes, I like to listen a little. I like to watch a couple different varieties of types of animes. Like I love my isekais. Isekais are, obviously one of the top tier. I love, the shonen, but slice of life has a little piece of my heart now. And I just recently started watching one that was, I think the name was Married but Not Quite Lovers. I want to say that that's the title. I was trying to find it on Crunchyroll right now because I finished the whole season. But very interesting concept about high school kids who end up getting put into like a marital class. So apparently that's a thing somewhere where you go into a class to learn how to be in a marriage. And you're basically competing against all the other couples that they make to see who's the most successful marriage, so to speak. And so like the two people get paired up, and then they really want to be paired up with two other people. And it becomes like, oh, we have to do all these things together to get the high score, because the higher you are, then when they do like a split, you can switch partners. So they would be able to switch to the people that they originally wanted. And so obviously as they're trying to compete to be number one, they end up actually starting to, develop feelings. And it starts to make things a little sticky with the whole, oh, we want to get up there to switch, but then do we really want to switch now? And it's a really fun concept. If you guys like that kind of an anime, I say, give it a shot. That one and Quintessential Quintuplets was really good too.
Weird take on swingers. It's a weird take on swingers. I mean, really.
I mean, I can
all they did was take swingers. They're like, we're calling this leveling up to the next one.
You want to switch partners? Then get good.
You want to talk about leveling up though? Solo leveling.
Oh,
must watch.
I need to. I want to start that one.
Chase, it is so short to get caught up because it's only one season.
Okay. So good.
I'll start it tonight because I'm not doing
Season
much.
2 needs to come out now.
Okay, it's like that then. You know what? I'll get back to you Monday. I'll probably have it finished.
I started reading the second season because I couldn't wait.
It's gonna be so good. Like I see.
So
a
the
great
second
future
season's
for
out in
this.
sub, right?
Second season hasn't even came out yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Look at this.
Dude, that's dope. Yeah, Solo Leveling, that's sick, bro. It's gonna be.
Dude, I
Season 2 is gonna start out so hot, dude. I can't even wait.
Oh my god, so good, so good. Solo Leveling, top tier new anime, I have to say, and it's like it's not
reason
even
why
like
it's one of the top grossing animes, bro. Like,
How did none of us say Solo Leveling?
I know. You said level up, and I was like, boom.
Yeah, I mean, we all finished it though. That's the thing. Like, we aren't currently watching it because the season ended a little further back compared to these other animes. Like Mushoku Tensei, obviously that one I was watching, but that one season just ended as well. And then there was a couple of other ones that I was watching that the season just ended too. But it's just
I like the AOT's ended, so like I'm done with it. I can concentrate on other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It
like
only
that one is
took
just
14 years.
It only took three last parts.
3 last parts.
Last part, part 1.
Final part, chapter 1.3.
Right. It's like, why are you doing this?
I know. I'm pretty blessed. Everyone says I'm pretty blessed. I could just knock it all out. I'm like, yeah, fair.
Yeah. Windbreaker just finished too, and Windbreaker was another anime that I was watching. Is a new one, really good. Short anime
yet.
too.
Same
Yeah,
with Fearon.
Windbreaker's
Fearon's a great short anime.
Yeah.
Recommendation came from here.
You're gonna
I knocked it out in like a week.
I love Free Ren.
Dude,
I just started
so
collecting
good.
the manga. Oh,
You should collect the cards.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
right there. I got 2 of them.
Dude,
Yeah, he's
Kevin
got
pulled
SP.
both the SP SIGs of the 2 main girls, of Fearon and her apprentice.
Nice. I couldn't pull
2
them, so I had
boxes.
to go and buy them.
He had it random to use in China. One day he goes, grabs a box, pulls Fear, and next day he goes to a different place. Random 1 box is the apprentice. So he just boom, boom. He's just like, I'm done. I'm never touching this set again.
Dude, but like some people will have that kind of luck. Like when we what was it? Obsidian Flames. Remember when Obsidian Flames first came out? Pokemon. I got a case of ETBs, and then I was like, all right, guys, whoever wants to grab it. And then I end up opening up one for myself, and I pulled the freaking chase of the car of the set.
Charizard.
Yeah, the Charizard. And then same thing with Brilliant Stars. I had a case of loose hangers, and I was just like, all right, guys, I'm just gonna open a couple for myself, and then Charizard. I was like, what the?
I haven't had
Bro.
I did the same thing with Brilliant Stars. We had multiple cases of them on release, and then I just like picked one randomly for myself, Rainbow Zard.
I haven't had good luck since
Okay.
Brilliant Stars. I pulled like 4 of the Charizard alt arts. Oh, I was so good.
Brilliant Stars. I got a pack from a place that got the booster bundle, and then like 4 loose packs. Pulled the Rainbow Zard in the loose packs, and then the alt art in the booster bundle, and I was like,
No, I remember you used to have
I'm
the craziest
good.
luck.
I'm
I
done with
remember
this one.
VMAX Climax. VMAX Climax, Shanzi pulled the chase out of like his first box, and then he ended up just hitting banger after banger for the other box for himself. And I was like, dude, what the? Where's everybody else's fire? Like, what is happening?
oh, I pulled everybody else's fire.
What are you
What do you
talking
mean?
about?
17
You came out of it-
evolution, 17 evolution alt arts in 70 packs, bro.
In VMAX Climax?
No, I'm talking about Evolving Skies.
Oh,
Remember
no,
when I
no,
pulled
I'm not
Fleshy?
talking about No,
oh,
no,
but
no,
VMAX
yeah, yeah,
Climax, bro.
Yeah, but what are you talking about somebody else's heat? Like last night, you come out of retirement over what, a year and a half of buying any Pokemon, and you're just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come in. You come into my stream and you just pull. I literally pull it, and I wanted to throw it almost like this. This guy comes out of nowhere, just buys a box for fun, just to keep the queue going, get the chat going in our stream. And next thing you know, he pulls the Pikachu Master Ball.
Dude, you had like 300 people in your stream last night.
Did
I was
we?
like, yeah, you had like
Oh,
290 people in there, and I was like, oh,
wow.
snap.
It's like I don't even notice anymore.
I didn't even look up. I really
That's
didn't.
no big deal.
I didn't.
So I was
I-
like, let's
I
pull
just
some
stopped
fire.
looking up. I don't know. We've been doing it over 3 years now, so now I just stopped looking up at the viewer thing. I don't know. I've learned that like if I've noticed there's 300 people there, and then like later in the stream you notice there's 9 people there or less, then you're just kind of like and it might kill you. So I just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
This is blocking out.
Shanzi, this is for you from Julie.
Yeah, Julie got 2 boxes the other night. And
Super
it was,
rigged.
Not so. I gave her a few extra baby shinies though.
Yeah,
you
know
go.
what? You know what? Well, the when we were at Collecticon, we were just opening up OP7 a week early, and just casually, Eric Schroeder comes down, starts opening packs with us.
Yeah.
But Shanzi, everyone gets boxes. Somehow this guy, out of the boxes he chooses, pulls everything in there. Didn't you get the SP? You got the
He's gonna look for it because he's like, oh, maybe.
Here, I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now.
Just, somehow magically, he can just take a box.
So we did a case.
shake
I had a
it.
case of 7, and I picked the first box out, and everybody else picks boxes. Then I pulled the Nami SP,
Oh.
which is like 140, or it was like 180 at the time because I had it a week before release. So, but yeah, then Erica came and opened some One Piece packs, which that's crazy since she's the original voice of Luffy. She's signed right there
Yeah.
on top of Luffy's head.
That's awesome.
It was cool. Like my box was cooked by the time they came down, so I'm just feeding her packs because there's not much in it unless we pull a manga. So I'm just boom, boom.
Imagine her pull the manga.
I wouldn't have pulled my phone out and take a picture so bad, but it's like that moment. They come down there, they visit with us every once in a while because we don't do that. So it was kind of like, I want a picture so bad, but they're here for that reason, to not that.
Yeah,
so
you're not
they're
supposed
not
to
the
do
time
that.
or place for that. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, time and place. Time and place.
Yeah, it's just like Sarah. It's like on Saturday in Dallas, Sarah not just any ripping packs with us all night. That was fun.
we had Charles Martinet's assistant handler opening packs with us too.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi voice.
Lil baby says hi memes.
Did you have Jason Page come down to try and get rid of his personalized cards?
I will tell you, Jason Page. is
Dude,
the
I have
biggest
so
Konami
many
fan,
stories.
bro.
I have so many stories
Man,
about that.
yeah,
You don't even
we
want to
got
get
some
into
stories.
that.
That'll be for another podcast.
We got some stories.
Oh, I bet.
Some of the things I see him do on TikTok is just wacky.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
he's
think I follow him on
he's a
TikTok.
pretty chill dude, though. I would say but
Yeah.
no, the signatures are a little much, but they're fun. They're good. There's a lot of people that collect it too because he is pretty big. But
They're
if you go to
goofy
CollectCon, you
stories.
see it a lot. It's just it's a lot. But no, he's
So-
actually pretty chill dude.
One thing that I did want to ask you guys about the topic of anime is when it comes to like the kind of animes that you enjoy, obviously, like I said, I love my isekai, but I also love my, shonen, and slice of life now has a little place in my heart. So, what kind of animes do you guys enjoy more? The action packed, the magic, the fighting.
So what do you mean by slice of
Charles
life?
said
Like good, hearty,
hentai.
What?
Oh my god.
Charles, of course,
Charles,
of course,
no,
Charlie,
no
of
filter.
course.
Charles.
Hentai.
I mean,
Oh
hey, it's out
my
there.
God.
Someone's a fan of it, right? 'Cause it's out there.
At least he's honest.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I was talking about one before we got on the stream, so I feel you.
That's true.
There's some out there that are like borderline, and you're just like, dude, if you want to watch it, you
He's
can
got High
watch
School
it.
DxD on right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right. He's got it in the background.
I watched one episode. I watched one episode of High School DxD, and I was like, I am saving this for another time. Like,
You're over there
alone
like,
I am
time.
not getting absorbed
brother.
into this when I got other
Listen.
animes to prioritize right now. So.
Bookmarking
All I'm
this one,
saying.
brother.
All I'm saying is Akino, Akino, Akino. That's all I'm saying.
Is that a
Okay.
hentai?
Yeah, no, that's
Oh.
Same. I agree with Julie in the
character.
chat for sure. I agree with the action over long story. Like animes that have a lot of filler, like One Piece. It's hard to stay tuned into on the early times of the anime introduction. So like the first 3 seasons are
He's
kind of like a
insulted.
big yawn compared to what you see after that.
But
So,
Naruto's the same way. Naruto had a lot
Right.
of fillers, but it's still good.
I did this just to chap his ass a little bit. So
Ooh, yeah. It's not filler when it's
Working.
important. Every episode of One Piece is huge character building, but Naruto has complete nonsense filler. Like,
yeah, no,
Didn't
they
even-
do. They definitely do.
you do not stop a massive moment in the whole arc to go into 20 episodes of filler. Like, that's ridiculous. One episode? Okay, 2, maybe 3?
Julie has a message for you in the chat there, Sean.
Oh my God.
It's all about dedication. I'm sorry. If you ain't got the dedication, you ain't worth the journey.
She called you a full gripper, bro.
Hey, yo.
Dedicate this to Sean. Yo, man.
Okay, so
I'll remember that, Julie.
so action. We can all agree that we enjoy a good action anime. Okay,
For sure.
And now, you said, what do I mean by slice of life, Andy?
No.
No,
If I
who
did, I
who
don't
who asked
think
that?
I did.
I thought I heard somebody ask like, what do you mean by slice of life?
Too, Julie.
So slice of life for the chat, for anybody who isn't into like anime. Slice of life is basically like an anime about just like real world situations, something that isn't like magic or ninjas or anything that's outside of the realm of possibility, so to speak. So it can be revolving around romance, it can be revolving around horror,
Everyday
so
life,
things
kind of,
like that.
just regular stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And like everyday kind of life. It could be Charles K-pop, yeah. So like oh my God, Oshinoko. If you guys haven't seen that
I
one.
heard that's good, but I haven't
Yeah.
watched it.
If you guys, so I will say this: the first episode is literally a movie. It's an hour and a half long, but it sets up the premise for the entire anime so well. If I can recommend just watching that first episode and giving it a chance, but obviously,
What anime, Cito?
Oshinoko. It's I think it's on Prime or Hulu. It might be Prime. But it's really good. It's a reincarnate anime, so it's not like a real slice of life, but it's a little like on the slice of life kind of side of things.
Gotcha.
Just like how Jobless Reincarnation is, I would consider kind of less slice of life because there's magic involved. Oshinoko does not have any kind of magic involved. It's just like a reincarnation kind of a thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, those are the kinds that I enjoy. I know that based off of genres which you guys have watched, you guys probably have your preferences as well.
I like a little action, but I like a little storyline. But I'm also not like a massive fan of ones getting very dark. Like that's probably why AOT is not up higher in my stuff, or like Spoiler alert, I don't know yet. I know it's getting a little dark, but I don't know. There's just ones like my One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, like stuff that has like very good character building, yet stay more a little bit more on the positivity side. They're always good, inspirational ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I've said this in the first anime episode we had. Not a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I think that the power scaling in Dragon Ball Z is a little broken. To the point where it's like, where do they go if they don't have power scaling? You know what I mean? Like, what happens once Goku can't get stronger? What happens then?
Do you remember? He
gets a new hair. What do you mean? He just gets a new hair color.
And seeing the amount of Nerf guns in commercials you saw as Goku powered up, like into every episode. Like he'd be powering up and it'd be like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, and it's like they're right about to fight, and then it goes to another episode and they don't fight in the next episode either.
just powers up for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it just powers
that's
up
what
for
I'm saying.
3 episodes.
Like it's if you want to talk about filler, okay, Dragon Ball Z's filler is him screaming for an entire episode. Like that's what Dragon Ball Z is to me. And don't get me wrong, I haven't seen like Super, I haven't seen GT. I'm basing this solely off of Dragon Ball Z, the original Dragon Ball Z.
Up until Majin Buu? You've seen up to Majin Buu?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen up to Majin Buu. So I didn't get into GT or Super or anything beyond, Dragon Ball Z, but that's just because that's where my limit was drawn. I was like, I can't do this anymore, man. I get it, the development of his powers and him, but dude, there's gotta be a time where you just say, okay, this is his top tier strength. He can't go any higher than this, and then just focus on how he can develop that power, or focus on him perfecting his craft instead of worrying about, okay, now we're gonna make him another tier higher, God level 17 with purple hair and green accents, like. I can't. I'm sorry. Sorry to all the Dragon Ball Z fans out there. I can't.
They're gonna raise a mutiny on you now.
Right. I feel like the real anime heads are gonna come for me. Look, guys. I am not saying that Dragon Ball Z didn't make an impact in the anime community. It absolutely did. It paved the way for a lot of animes, and I can appreciate that for what it did. I just can't myself sit there and enjoy the anime as much as I know a lot of you do. And I know some of you guys out there, it's probably your childhood anime. So, I don't want to bash your childhood in any way, shape, or form. Power to you. You enjoyed the anime. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm just not a fan of the power scaling. That's it.
To me, it was a great story, but they should have hung that hat up on the hook and left it there instead of scaling it more out. Like, okay, we caught it. Dragon Ball Z was a great story. Maybe one more after that was still an okay storyline after that, but kill it after that. Attack on Titan realized their story was done, like over. Leave it there.
They should have noticed after GT kind of went down. They should have probably just been like, let's call it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it was terrible because GT wasn't actually made by the same, and then they tried to kill it, and then they made Super, which is continuing off of regular Dragon Ball Z. So
yeah. Now, what I will say is the one scene that broke the internet from Dragon Ball Super when it first happened, when
Vegeta.
No, when Goku did the when he was getting blasted by Kali, I think it was her name.
Oh yeah.
And then he did that flip over and then like grinded with his beam on top of it and then blasted her. Like I thought that was dope. I was like, yo, that's pretty dope that they thought about that, because that's one thing that I always considered. Like, you're shooting a straight beam, why not just dodge it? Like, it's like, oh, there's a beam coming right at me. Oh no, what do I do? Maybe 3 steps to the left, right? Like,
It's too fast.
Yeah, just go this way a little.
right. But when I saw that, I was like, that was a dope way of him like countering that attack. And I appreciated that, I will say. But the entire anime itself, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. What, Julie? What are you saying? Your Chi-Chis bring all the boys to the yard? Julie!
Don't ignore her. She's
Okay.
like one of those, she's trying to ask about your car's extended warranty, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Love it.
Whatever. There was a better
reminds
scene
me.
in that moment, but that moment was pretty dope.
Are you talking about Vegeta during the Tournament of Power?
Julie came in here.
Yeah,
like,
that moment was like powerful.
Mhm.
Like his words
Mhm.
to get him.
That
to
was
freaking-
that was another one.
Dude, that one was
I
such
seen
a
that
good
clip
one.
too.
Yeah, to see that clip. That clip was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Cam, since you're the least versed in the anime realm here, if you could pick a type of anime that you feel like you would enjoy, and this includes something like Hello Kitty, what would you say would be your ideal genre of anime?
That's a good question. I don't know. I have watched all of like the mainstream ones, like Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. I'm not caught up on any of them. And then I did watch One Piece, but the live action one, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna watch the anime because I heard the anime sucks, but I did enjoy the live action. I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would probably like the slice of life one. That sounds like right up my alley.
Okay. Okay. Now, in terms of like genres, do you feel like you like suspense in your animes, or do you think you would like cheerfulness, happy-go-lucky anime, or do you feel like you would like action-packed animes?
Probably cheerful.
Okay.
Lucky.
Yeah. So definitely slice of life. So yeah, I would say find one and make Andy watch it. Oh my god.
Holy.
Hello.
Who sent Hooli the link?
Doesn't matter.
Nobody.
Uh-huh. Pokey ICT. Uh-huh.
Holy, by the way,
Couldn't
we're
be
at 10. We're at 10
diabolical
right now.
planning bestie.
Yeah, we're at 10 right now.
10 what? What am I missing?
I mean, nothing.
Oh,
You don't gotta know.
shoot. I get it. Hey, Cito, what was that anime that said that I thought I would like?
That I thought
Going
you would
for
like.
engine number
Genre?
9.
Yeah,
No,
the happy-go-lucky
actual
one.
show.
There's married but not quite lovers,
No.
and then there's quintessential quintuplets.
I
Um,
know a lot of people that like.
Oshinoko. Yeah.
Something about a slice of what?
Slice of life. Well, that's just the genre.
Type.
11.
That's a genre.
Bingo.
Ah, gotcha. Anyways, Julie, now that you're in here,
What up?
you already know the tradition is you got to answer the questions. So, first one is, what anime are you currently watching?
Do you want to answer with me?
I don't know what I'm answering.
What anime are you currently watching?
Tower of God.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. I watched that one.
I watch whatever I walk into, and it's on my TV in the living room.
Goody.
So Tower of God,
Tower of God
it
is
is.
Tower of God.
Tower,
That's what I
Tower
watch.
of God.
Yeah.
Nice, awesome.
If not, we watch Dragon Ball Super.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank
Rob,
you,
tell us
Robin
your
Jewell.
opinion
Windbreaker.
on Cito's take
People
on
of
Dragon
culture.
Ball.
Kaiju number 8, Windbreaker, and Tower of God. That's what
Yes.
Kaiju.
Because you probably caught up on Demon Slayer a bit. No,
You're
Kaiju.
caught up on Demon Slayer.
Well, been finished, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can't wait for the next arc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Me neither. I was
Can't
on
wait for
the
English.
edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next arcs are going to be movies. There's going to be 3 movies.
3 movies.
So I have to rewatch it in English because Julie doesn't watch it in Japanese.
No, I don't.
Oh, that explains why you're not cultured.
Oh, here's
Anyways,
my problem. My problem with watching
excuse-
things-
Ooh, I need my soundboard on.
Excuse me,
I'm
Cito.
programming my soundboard for next week. Yeah.
Excuse moi. Julie's too busy with the baby to be reading.
The reason why
great.
No, I'm
great
serious. That's
reason.
like literally. Excuse me. There's no. You're too focused on many different things to be able to be
Aw.
reading. Text
I love
all the
it.
time.
I love it.
the main reason why I can't watch animes or anything in another language is because I cannot read fast enough and then watch what's happening.
I feel that.
Ditto.
I can't do it. I have tried, I've practiced, I've done it with,
ADD does not let it happen.
and then I had to rewatch the whole thing in English, and I'm like, well, when the fuck did that happen? It's like, when did we...
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
I can respect it. I get it. I get it because
I can't focus my eyes. Like, first of all, I have a terrible prescription and I'm blind as fuck. And I can't like bring myself to focus on this tiny little subtitle and then be like, oh yeah, let me watch the whole show. So it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I respect it because it is a valid reason. So I can't take that from you. Deadly in the chat says that he likes dark action and thriller, which is why he loved AOT so much, of course, because we all know Deadly was a big
Overrated.
fan of AOT. Big fan of AOT. And then now he's blazing through One Piece. Like, when I say blazing, I mean...
I told
boy
him,
is
get to the time
giving us
skip, bro, and
updates.
you're hooked.
Yo, I was
Time
like...
skip and you're hooked, bro.
Every time I look in the Discord and I see the messages in anime talk, I'm just like, oh, Deadly's going in. I'm like, oh, Deadly's going in.
I told him to step up. He was going at like a decent pace to like, oh, dude. Then I was like, dude, it was like, you're gonna get to like, Thriller Bark, and then it's just gonna get wild, bro.
It's so good.
Has anybody watched Fire Force?
Oh,
Yes.
caught up on Fire Force. I can't wait. They deleted
I'm
three.
super stoked on the next season. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yep.
It's been
I
so
see-
long.
So, okay, hand in hand, have you guys seen Soul Eater? So, same universe.
Oh, is
Soul
it?
Eater and Fire Force in the same universe. Yep.
Okay, so same story premise then?
No.
Besides being like firefighters?
The Soul Eater, though.
For what?
It's a different story. It's weird. They're in the same universe. The way that they tie in, obviously I don't want to spoil it, but the way that they tie in is a little weird. But it's definitely another one that I would say it's not like, oh my god, this is an amazing anime, but it's decent. It's a good watch. But yeah, when I found out that they were in the same universe, I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool, and I want to see how they, twist it in.
The other one I started watching, an oldie, but I guess, I don't know if it's an oldie, but Tokyo Ghoul. I just started watching that. It's a little hard to get into
Kaneki.
at first, but
Kaneki.
it's so far it's good.
Yeah, honestly, same. When I first started watching it, I was like, I don't know how I feel. But then once everything started to like really build, I was like, oh, okay, this is getting real. Like, I got through seasons 1, 2, and 3. The third one is a little weird, but yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. And of course, the intro. Everybody knows that intro. Chauncey don't.
Anybody seen Seven Deadly Sins?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't finish it though.
Chase, thank you for coming. You are welcome to leave now. How have you not seen Seven Deadly Sins?
I just haven't.
Oh, dude,
Dude.
that's one I think you could get your wife into for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Not gonna lie,
Man, it's
Death
like
Note.
demons and like some stuff.
She might
on
like
a
that one.
smooth way. Yeah, it's a little dark. Maybe it deals with like the devil, like the angels, but like in a cool animated way.
Like a Constantine style version.
Well, I mean, it's the seven deadly sins, like the deadly sins of the Bible, of hell,
okay.
like the deadly sins, like this. They're just seven people, like
Yeah,
they're the
love,
sins
lust, pride,
of the devil.
or not
Yeah.
love, but lust, pride, and yeah. So all those. Julie, you said Death Note.
Yeah, I really like Death Note.
It's a good one.
Okay.
That's cool.
Haven't seen it.
I need that
Respect
note
it.
for two
Good.
people.
It's really good.
All right, you guys are gonna smack me, but he hasn't seen Death Note.
I mean,
Cito's face right now.
you asked me 2 years ago how many animes I've seen. It would be a lot less. I tell you that. I've probably
I
knocked
can't
out like
say
10
anything.
animes in the past 2 years.
I haven't watched Death Note either. I watched the live action.
Every single one of you.
I watched
Just
the
'cause
live
that's
action.
the
of
only
Death
one you've
Note.
seen.
This is mine and Julie's. Now, goodbye.
Bird.
Cam's like, oh, I am the bigger weeb. I watched Death Note.
That was actually the first anime that I've ever watched, and then I started watching the live action. I was like, oh, this is pretty tight.
But isn't Death Note kind of like on the darker sides of animes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Bleach. No one said Bleach.
Yeah. Well,
I
Bleach
have
Thousand Year
not
Blood War, dude.
started.
I just want to see the newer episodes already, dude. Like, it's just annoying me. I'm done with this hiatus. I need the end of the 1,000 Year Blood War.
Same.
But if you haven't watched Bleach, I spoke about it in the last anime episode. So good. You just have to get through some of these. Like, unfortunately, there is
Julie's
like
a hater.
1 or 2 seasons that kind of like dropped down a little bit. Like the bounce season wasn't that great. But once you get through it and you're getting to the storyline, the character development is really good. They do, you know,
Do-do.
just like Dragon Ball Z power scale, yeah, do. Power scaling, but the way that they do it is a little differently because he's developing the powers in a way that's different than how, you know, with the Dragon Ball Z power scaling. And then there's different forms, I guess you could say. It's not just him becoming stronger. There's different forms for
Right.
Ichigo.
I think it ties in good with the story though, how he gets his
Yeah,
developed his
yeah.
powers. So
Agreed. Yeah, because I don't want to give away anything about the anime, but it's just, you know, when it comes to like his progress, there's always a reason to why he gains this and this. It's not just like, oh, he needs to get stronger to beat somebody, so boom, here it is. You know what I mean? So
Oh.
I definitely say Bleach is.
Their shot at Dragon Ball Z. Got it. Got it. Cool.
What? What?
Cool.
What?
Like, it's broken.
Now, Julie, what genre of anime do you enjoy? That was the second question that you missed.
I answered it in the chat. I said I like action over long storytelling, and then change.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Mostly because, like, when it came to Death Note, there was like, it wasn't like 7 episodes of explaining why. It was just like, here's the action, and that's what I prefer over having like 4, 5, 6 episodes of like character building. Like, oh, Jon Snow has to go to the wall, but here's 19 episodes on why. Like, you know what I mean? I would rather just watch the action than
More
have
fast paced.
a narration, then the action, another narration, then the action. Like, it lures me away, and I lose focus.
I get it. So one anime that I've watched,
I'm a true New Yorker. Everything has to be.
one anime that I've watched that Rob mentioned. So I don't know if you watched it with him or not, but Windbreaker does a really good job of that.
I watched the middle of it because I didn't realize he started a new one. So I like started to like watch a few episodes with him, and then obviously, you know, the other Rob in the house decided that he needed me, so I didn't get to actually watch the anime. So I
The
kind of
other
watched
Rob?
it. The other. So,
Yeah, there he is. There it is. Ooh, Deadly says Death Note is number 1 on his list for
oh
anime.
yeah, Deadly.
Honestly, that
Okay.
doesn't
Solid
surprise me.
For Deadly, yeah, nah.
I'm
That's
surprised.
right up
I thought
Deadly's
Naruto would be up there because he was like big with Itachi for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean same with like Attack
He
on
likes
Titan.
the darker animes. He likes the darker plot animes.
I don't know. He hasn't finished One Piece yet. He's just in whole cake right
Bro,
now.
he's been grinding.
No, he
One
just got to.
Piece for weeks.
Did he get to Wano yet? Oh no. I
No,
think
yeah, he's in Wano now. He's in Wano.
Oh, yeah, he's doing good. He's making me proud. I love it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said that he was in Wano in the chat.
I just kept on
but
texting
yeah.
him, just saying,
That
"Step
he-
it up, boy."
We love it. We love it. Okay, so that has caught you up.
Cool.
What? What happened?
I asked if I was caught up on questions.
Yes. Yep. You're caught
Yes.
up on questions now. So I guess to kind of close out with the next section here, it'll just be a quick brief. If you could recommend one anime that you're watching or watched to somebody who was never seen an anime, what anime would you tell them?
So this is a perfect example because my sister has never watched an anime. I always tell her to watch Naruto because it's very easy to follow. It's fun to watch because it's playful. And my sister is somebody who likes to watch something where, like, if she's not paying attention for a couple minutes, it's not going to be, like, detrimental to, like, knowing what's going on. So I would definitely say Naruto. And then if somebody's not really too much into that, I would say just go with, like, a good original Sailor Moon, you know?
Sailor Moon? That's a good one.
I loved Sailor Moon as a kid.
Sailor Moon was good. That one and Cardcaptor Sakura was my other one that I liked.
Ooh,
back
that one's
in the
been
day.
coming up lately. I keep
Yeah?
seeing it on TikTok. Like people are like, "What's the one anime you guys reminisce about?" And Card Captor Sakura, dude. I forgot
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
a nice wholesome anime too. It has action, but it's very
I
wholesome.
like the
because
premise. I like the premise too.
Yeah.
Like you beat the monster, get the card.
Yep. Pokey Chase. If you
Yes.
had to pick an anime to recommend to somebody who's never watched an anime, which anime would you recommend that you've watched?
Man, probably AOT. I've turned AOT onto a lot of people that have really never watched. They've turned into Cartoon Network and seen Dragon Ball and this, but never really gone past that. I'd push AOT on them because it's not an old anime, but it's in that middle point of where like you can start them from when anime started to be, where anime wasn't as popular when AOT first started to where it is today and where it finished. That's the one I recommend to people.
I would just like to point out that Reeps is in the chat.
Yep, I just seen that. Reeps.
Reeps.
Shout out Reeps. Reeps is in
Vegas.
Vegas right now,
No,
so he
no
couldn't
way.
join us.
Added
It's hot
Um,
up here. It's
We
100 degrees
miss
today.
you. We
What
miss
up,
you,
what
Reeps.
up?
Make sure you stay safe out there. We appreciate you hopping in. I'm becoming a learned doctor. What? A what? A learned doctor? I don't even know what that means.
I had a breakfast place out there when I stayed at the Bellagio with my wife, and we went next door at the Cosmo, and they had this breakfast spot called the Egg Slut. Big words. I mean, it was this big words at this restaurant called the Egg Slut. Wasn't bad, actually.
Not
Chase,
Yeah.
Wasn't
I'm
that
gonna-
bad.
I'm going to ask you to stop right there.
Do not proceed any further with whatever sentence you have thinking in your
That's
I'm
head.
just
a good
writing
thing,
down.
buddy.
Can you give me descriptions on this? No.
Cam, what anime would you recommend if somebody had never seen any animes before?
I don't know. None.
JJK.
Juju,
Death Note, probably. That's all I want you to see.
Definitely.
Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note. I will say, okay, I have one that it's a movie. I don't think any of you guys have really heard of it before, but it was first a book, I think. I don't know. I read the book first, and I was like, oh, I need to watch the movie. It's called Your Name. Really good.
Oh,
I've read that
Yeah, Sita.
I've read the book.
such
It's
a good movie.
So good.
Yeah.
The book was a little confusing, and then I watched the movie, and I was like, "Oh, it all makes sense now. Oh, I get it."
Yeah.
Super
Such
good.
a good movie.
I thought the book was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the movie, Julie, I highly recommend it. I watched your so
have not.
I made the mistake. I made the mistake of watching the movie without Mimi. So after I watched it, I was tearing because it was like a very emotional movie,
It was
and I was
good.
like, "Damn, I should have watched this with Mimi because she would have really enjoyed this." So I actually made her watch Suzume with me the other night. If you guys haven't seen that movie, another one that I really, really recommend. Very, very good animated movie, and she was actually very attentive to it. She enjoyed it. So I recommend Your Name for sure is a very good animated movie. So Cam, props to you. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Shawnzy.
I mean, it depends on the person.
Okay, fair.
It depends on like the age of a person, of course,
One Piece.
too. Because if they're young, Julie's ideas are really great. Naruto's a good like start. Won't give you nightmares for a while. Same with
For a
One
while.
Piece. One Piece is definitely one. And same with Naruto's still 800 episodes, so like One Piece is like 1,000. Come on, that's nothing. That's light work.
And going.
Like,
Yeah,
And-
well,
and
if
count-
well,
and count-
hey,
and
if
counting.
you want to count Boruto too, it
I don't count
equals
it. I don't count
to
Boruto.
this.
No.
Yeah, but if you count it as a whole saga, I mean, you got time skips and you got different eras of like this too. But well, actually not really because it's a great storyline. But they're easy to get into. But the one thing I would say about the One Piece's animation is quite lacking in the very beginning, and that's what scares a lot of people away. It gets way better, way better. I promise.
So
But-
that's the one thing that I will say that when it comes to recommending an anime like One Piece, it's like you're asking somebody to commit to something that's so large that it's like you have to really convince them that it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like imagine if we told you, hey, Shanzi, I know you've never seen this show before. There's only like 1,200 episodes of it, but I promise you, you're really gonna enjoy it.
That's
Just
right.
the sheer, it's like just the sheer thought of 1,200 episodes of this is like, do I
Okay.
really want to invest it?
Pokemon,
Yeah,
1,000
Pokemon's
episodes,
solid.
but
I don't know about
different
anybody watching
series.
it though.
Anybody like, well,
Where would you
I was
start
gonna
them
say,
off at?
yeah,
in Pokemon,
I
then?
watched
That's the
season
question.
like 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3 of Pokemon maybe, but then after that, just a
Yeah.
movie.
I'm
Yeah,
not
like
keeping
where would
up
you
with the
start them
anime.
off at? Because
Oh, I've seen them all.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
okay, so you want a reasonable answer?
I would
A
say
reasonable
Pokemon
distance.
Journeys would be a good. If you're gonna pick Pokemon Journeys is a good overall catch.
Yeah.
I think.
That would get them into to maybe dedicate themselves to like something like that's a great idea. I like
Because
that.
that goes through
Pokemon
pretty
Journeys.
much all the generations.
Yeah,
kind of.
quick speed. Yeah.
mhm.
That's solid actually. That's really.
I think Rob's got one.
Oh God.
No, he's just being a fucking weirdo.
I don't know. I like playing. So one of them I would give, and I have not heard the name yet. One
Something that gotta match my
that I
height.
would actually recommend that anybody probably could watch, and they would appreciate it if they're like a mastermind, like chess kind of player. Would be
Code Geass.
I was thinking the same thing.
my man Kogias Lelouch Rebellion.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you said like chess, I was just like, oh, he's talking about
Oh,
Code
dude.
Geass.
Like
So good.
that, dude.
So
That
good.
was like that was musical, like ending. Too,
Mhm.
like.
So I haven't finished it, but from what I've watched so far, I'm like I agree with you. It has gotten like all over the place. Like you think here, this is going here, and then it's like, oh wait, no, and then it's like here, and then wait, nope. It's crazy. It's a crazy build up.
The
That's
only
a good
person
one.
that
Though.
got to that kind of level though is like AOT, the mastermind plan. Like
Yeah.
everything came
yeah.
right at the end. Everything just like boom, everything, and you just get left with, damn. Like
Yeah.
you start putting all the pieces together, and you're just like, okay, touche.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, Andy. If you had to recommend a single anime to somebody who's never seen animes before, which anime would it be? I think I already know your answer.
I'm going Kaiju number 8, dude. It's,
Oh, Kaiju 8,
I'm
really?
going
Okay.
to get someone into it because I think it has a lot of. There's just so much to it. It's fun. It's not too much of a commitment. You know, it's I don't know. I'm a big fan of like Power Rangers and stuff like that, and that's one of his. That was like one of his like. What do you call
References?
it? References, yeah. So I don't know, dude. It's like my top right now. It's my favorite, so I would go with that. But other than that, Naruto, dude. Naruto,
Yeah.
I think is a good way to get anybody into it. It's I don't know. It's got everything: story, action, character development. Yeah, it's got the fillers, but it's the action.
yeah.
I think overplays it.
Still 700 episodes.
Yeah, and that's the only thing. Like that's the biggest pill that people have to swallow. Is like if you say that you want to watch this, you're committed to 7. Well, I mean you're not really, but if you want to finish the show, you're committing to 700 and plus episodes for.
You're investing your time.
That's why some newer ones are a little easier to chew and get into, like solo leveling. Solo leveling being brand new and one season in. Like if you played video games growing up, oh yes, you're gonna love it.
Deadly
Yeah.
Test says Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia.
My Hero.
Yeah.
My Hero's a good one. Easy
My
one to
Hero's
get
a-
into.
Fairy Tale, I think, is a very good one too.
Fairy
It's
Tale. That's
easy to
another one.
grasp, good story, and it's coming back. So
Nice.
I respect it. I respect it.
I have to ask Rob of the anime that I'm thinking of, but I'll get back to you. It's about a girl that she like participated in war or something, and now she like takes a train to get to a new job, and then she writes letters for like the townspeople.
Akiba Maid War?
No, I can't think of it. I have to have Rob help me figure it out. He knows exactly what I'm talking about, but he's currently playing Call of Duty, so I cannot disturb.
Okay, well, for me, I'd have a couple of answers myself. Like, one of them I'd say would probably be Mashal. Mashal would be one that I would recommend to somebody who's just, curious and wants to watch. It's a quick, easy anime. It has a lot of references to things people might already be interested in, like Harry Potter, One Punch Man, which if you don't know what One Punch Man is, it's basically like one of those stupid, I'm super buff and I can just punch through a monster with one punch kind of a thing. But it's an easy anime to just get through, and it's fun. It's entertaining, and the character you really kind of like grows on you. And then the other one was obviously solo leveling, but you guys have already
I
made
think
that call out because
might be a good one too.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought of it like afterwards, and I'm like, thought about newer ones because we keep on talking about old ones, like old greats, and I'm like, dude, what's something new? And
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
an easy new one, only first
Were
season.
you
Like,
were you thinking I was gonna say free?
Yep.
I like it, but I feel like it's
you have to be the more magical, mystical kind of realm.
because
Like,
it's slow, right? It starts out
Yeah.
slow. The action, it's not about action. It's the storytelling that makes it so good.
And that's why it matters by who's asked or who you're referring it to, right? Because
Exactly.
if it's somebody that you know is like a like let's say a person that reads
Lord of the
novels
Rings.
because they
They like
love
Lord
the
of the
stories,
Mm-hmm.
exactly Lord of the Rings kind of a thing. That's somebody that you would recommend a free run to because that's somebody that would appreciate that build up, that character, that learning the ins and out, the backstories,
Well,
all
Yeah.
of that.
Maybe plays like World of Warcraft, League of Legends, all that
D&D
kind
and
of
stuff like that. Oh,
D&D.
dude,
That would
it's
be like
right
right up
there.
the alley. Oh yeah.
Now, one anime that I have not mentioned and none of us have mentioned, but it's also a genre that we haven't even discussed, which is sports.
I'm not a big fan.
Oh,
Anime
that
that I
soccer.
watched Blue Lock
Yeah.
is unfucking believable. Like when I say that I'm not a sports anime person. Like Haikyuu, I watched a couple of episodes. It was okay. And then I forgot what the basketball one was.
Slam
But
dunk.
yeah, I think Slam Dunk was the basketball one, but
Yeah.
Blue Lock blew me away. I have to say, like the way that they made that anime, so like well versed around the character's internal struggles is incredible. Like the way that you see him build himself up from his initial like I'm trying not to give anything away, but it's like so like in the very beginning of the anime to the end of the anime where he's at, you can see how calculated and how much he had to develop to get there, and it's just like it's so good, and it's about soccer, so it's like it's one of those things where if my friend was just like a big sports person and he was just like, yeah, I don't know what to watch, I'd be like, try Blue Lock.
The good thing is like when you see it, when we have a little bit more variety that we've watched, you can recommend it to that individual
I believe
person
you.
based on their likes, because you know the style
Yeah.
they'll probably be into. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a hard
Yeah,
question
if-
to ask for just one single one.
Mashal season 2 opening is yes, Deadly, yes, it is. If you guys haven't seen Mashal's opener, became a TikTok meme. If you guys haven't seen it, it is hilarious. So if you guys, even if you don't watch the anime, just go to a season 2 episode and watch the intro because it is
You
hilarious.
hardly know her.
Cam,
Funny.
I thought that's a good one.
sometimes I'm funny. All right, well, guys, this was an awesome conversation.
Does
I
anybody
feel like we.
have the closing out that like Reaps used to do?
Oh, the shower thoughts.
Yeah. Shower
Yeah,
thoughts?
I think I have one. Hold on, I can pull it up here in a second.
Edit.
Because we want to keep it going. Yeah, we have shower
Nice.
thoughts courtesy of our boy Reaps, who isn't here unfortunately. Where is it?
Deadly's on 946. Dude, he's like he's like 150
I've been
episodes from being
powerhouse and
caught
Crunchyroll
up,
for
dude.
weeks,
Yeah,
man.
he's right
That
there,
is-
dude.
Nutty.
He is right there.
This
Making
boy
him really
be
proud.
playing on the sticks, and he's got Crunchyroll on the other monitor.
See, that's different. There's different ways of watching it. Like 100% focused, not doing anything else. Like,
Oh,
that's
that man
me.
will tell you what happened in that episode.
But-
While he is
Yeah.
hill kitten on.
well, there's people like Ryan who watched it just as background the whole time, so he knocked it out in like 2 months versus I watched it in 5 months, like chiseling away.
It's gonna take me the rest of 2024 to figure out even getting maybe halfway through if I started One Piece right now.
I mean, honestly, I'd just wait till the whole Netflix like readaptation where they're gonna shrink it down to like 200, 300 episodes.
Oh man,
When are they gonna do that?
They're in the works of it. They're making it right now.
Sign me up.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, or you can one pace it. The one thing, basically the website they literally put them all where they cut out every little filler and made it
I
basically
mean,
work.
not about cutting out all of the filler. I just think like 1,100 episodes of something is.
It's an ask. It's an ask. Believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an ask.
I
I get
mean,
it.
I don't know. I mean, 1,100 episodes, and I have to get through the first 200 for it to get interesting. Like,
it's definitely a journey. It's a good journey one that you can watch throughout all the time, like all the time while you're watching other stuff. But as you gradually chisel away at it, then you'll find the time where you'll get hooked, and then you'll just be nothing but watching that, guaranteed.
Oh man.
should I just watch the live action like everyone else?
Yes. You could. Once the live action has gotten to the most up to date arc, yes, because the live action it does take away some of the story.
You want
yes.
to wait for the live action to get to the current arc, bro? That's
I
gonna
know.
take like
I
10
know.
years.
But
If
she
they-
won't
Better
have to
chance of
worry
watching
about,
One Piece.
yeah, but she won't have to worry about watching 1,000 episodes. Because if you think about it, how many arcs did they cover in that first one? They got up to Fishman Island. Not
That's-
Fishman Island. They got up to Arlong.
Arlong Park, yeah, they did. They went to
Yeah.
Arlong, which took out like 150 episodes in the matter.
Yeah, in a span of what, 6?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah,
But now,
6 or
if someone who's just
But-
watching live action, did they get a good grasp on the anime?
Not even close, bro.
I will say,
There's
I will
so
say
much
this:
backstory.
they hit the most important points, yes. But when it comes to the story and development, they definitely lost a lot of it. But
Yeah, like,
obviously, for the time and
so
the
much
emotion,
without-
right?
Right.
The emotion you should have had when you were just the buy-in was basically in those 6 episodes at Arlong was like where you got the buy-in for Luffy, and you cut out so much backstory out of all the first 5 people that joined the crew that you don't have the respect for him that you would gain watching the anime.
I mean, at this rate, I'd rather just read it than watch it.
I mean, do that. Actually, my buddy's wife knocked it out in literally like 2 months just reading the manga.
I'd rather
Because she's not waiting for her husband to watch it because he's terrible at watching stuff. So she's like, I'm done. I need to get caught up.
Hi,
can
I'm
do
with.
is I read on my lunch break 5 days a week. That's what I can do.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I mean,
and
and the
manga.
mangas are short because it doesn't have like the animation does filler, but like I do love the animation, but doing at least all that and knowing everything that you could watch now the anime wherever you want if you want to see certain fights or certain battles, and it's not going to spoil
A
anything.
robot chick on the train.
Technically,
True.
it would
But
save you.
all right, guys,
Yeah.
let's.
Evergarden.
Closing.
Evergarden.
What is it?
Violet Evergarden.
Ah, okay, I've heard of that one. I haven't seen it though.
Amazing anime.
That's the one that she was trying to think of. Okay.
Amazing. You want to
Yeah.
talk about empathy, my dude?
Yeah, you cry every episode.
Oh
good.
my god, it was good.
Yeah, I definitely heard of Violet Evergarden, and that
I'll
one is
watch it
another
only
one.
if Rob holds me at
Classic.
the end of every episode. 'Cause I'm
It's,
gonna need
it's
it.
worth a watch. It's so good. I really liked it.
But all right, guys, let's wrap this up here real quick, fast. First of all, shout out to everybody who's tuning in and listening to the episode. Thank you guys so much for coming back. If you came back, if this is your first episode, huh? What?
Thanks for being our friends.
Yeah, thanks for being our friends and listening to our voices and watching us as we ramble on about different things and different subjects. Obviously, as you guys can see, anime is one of the big things that we do like to discuss. So this is the second of, I'm sure, many more episodes that are going to be coming up down the road, especially with each cycle of animes that come out. We're probably going to be watching them, new seasons. So tune in to make sure you keep up with the conversation with us. And then make sure you jump into the Discord so that way whenever we are talking, you guys can jump in and talk with us just like the other people who were in here. Which brings me to my big shout out to the chat. Deadly, Julie, Charles, and then Reeps, of course. Reeps, shout out to you. Appreciate you
Reeps, we
coming
miss
in when you
you.
did. Sucks that you can't be here, but we appreciate you coming in anyways for a little bit. And then shout out to anybody else who I may have missed in the chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys do want to become part of the audience that does involve themselves in the chat, make sure you guys join our Discord, like I said. Thank
Miriam was
you,
there?
everybody in here. Miriam was in there too. Yeah, Miriam. Thank you to all of you guys for joining and keeping the chat going. So Andy, Cam, Chase, Julie, and Shawnzy. Thank you guys. And we are going to wrap up here on our shower thought. And this is a big old shout out to Reeps because this is one of his that he threw in here for me. The shower thought of the episode is a head transplant is the same as a full body transplant.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about it.
Yes,
Think
it
about
is.
it. On that note,
Is
though,
that even possible?
if
Take
it
a
is,
shower and think about it, you know?
you got to get in the shower and think about it.
I gotta go
Is
think
it?
about it.
Would you say it's a head transplant or would you say it's a full body transplant? That's what you have to tell yourself. Now you got to think about
Let
it.
us know in the comments.
Let us know what you guys think. But guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune into the next episode. We'll have more debauchery, more nonsense, and more fun. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Good night, everybody.